Hey, hi everyone. So in this video we will be understanding what is Web3, and we will see the practical example how Web3 and blockchain is actually integrated in the platforms, DeFi platforms like Uniswap, also the browsers like Brave, and almost all the applications which are currently using Web3, and how they are better than the Web2. And this is a long video, but it is the only video which will get start your journey to the Web3 world. So if you're a beginner, this will be a great experience. You just need to take a coffee and sit back and just watch, and you don't need to do anything. You just need to watch it. That's it. So uh, and if you are not that much beginner to the Web3, you can skip, I think, 5 to 10 minutes, because for 5 to 10 minutes I am discussing some basic things. After that, things get interesting. So yeah, let's start it.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what the slang I said, right? GM. So yeah, GM. So you should actually go to Twitter and have like create account and start following these tags. That is very important, and you get to know what is happening actually in the spaces in the real world. So that is always good. So there are three generations like Web 1, Web 2, Web 3. You must have heard of it, right? So Web 1 was like just you can go on internet, you can only read about the data, you can search like Google and Yahoo, uh, Bing. So you can only read the content, you can only collect the research, you can't post anything, those kind of things. So just searching of information and research, like it was like very minimalistic thing. So people only in internet, people in the database, they used to be there was a data and you just go and just query it and that's it. Then came a web 2. So these social media platforms where you can actually interact with the people through the social media. So WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, and these apps are more collaborative. They have lot of things, and these are the companies which are um, like currently in the market, who are the one like kind of dominating the world, okay, right now. And here comes our web3 now. So here we actually give the ownership like to the user. So here the user owns his identity. The data is not to those organization, it is in the network, no one can see it, right? So here the web3 servers can't go down. Okay, so these are the if anyone wants to share anything or ask anything about web 2 and web 3 differences, how they are different from each other, you can directly ask, okay, in between also. So I think no one have any doubt. Okay, we'll just go through this.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Someone.
How do you know that the Brave is your 3.2 version browser? Like, what's the parameter to judge?
Okay, so see, uh, in the web 2 applications, Facebook, there's Twitter. You are entering your personal information, right? They know who you are. In web 3, they don't know who you are. In Web 2, they are running their own servers. They have their AWS, GSP, or whatever custom servers, manual servers, okay, running. And our data is stored in their servers. So they can use that data, they can sell that data. Okay, they own our data. In Web 3, they don't own our data, okay.
Hmm.
They just, our data is like, uh, cryptography and everything, okay. So those, and no one knows who you are in Web3 world. So what you have is your public address to show, and private key to interact. So there is one thing, like when you go to these platforms, any platform in Web 2, you'll have to enter a number of things. They will take your data, they will use you to show ads and everything. Okay, but in Web 3, what you will do is you will have your own wallet. What is wallet? Wallet is like, wallet has two keys. One is a public key, and one is a private key. Private key you use to do transactions, and public key you use to receive the transaction.
Okay.
Private key is something you don't share to anyone. Public key is something you share. That is your identity. The public key is your identity. So so you can consider your public key as an UPI ID also. That like if someone want to send, this is my public key. Please send me some ether, like that. Okay. Any question?
So theory is already covered in previous sessions.
Yeah, that's why I asked Christine only. Okay, I was not aware of that.
We
So
can also write a smart contract, also basic one.
okay.
We have to start from there, I think.
No worries, no worries. We'll go through it. We'll skip through the theory as soon as possible. Okay. So this is also, you guys are aware of it, right? Like there is a single server in Web 2, and in Web 3 there is a nodes which are running and storing the data. Have How many of you have used the Web 3 part of these applications? Uh, what which you are saying here? Okay, how many of you have used it? You must have used Brave. You must have used IPFS.
Yeah, I used Brave.
Yeah, you should use Brave, right? No ads. We get tokens. We get bad tokens. And I have used status. Okay, and with lands. So these are the alternatives for the Web 2 application. So uh, it's very important not just to learn things, but to actually experience the things. Okay, what people do is they just go code in Solidity just like a normal programmer, and in Web3 you should not be a normal guy. Okay, you should be something extra. So first thing is like enter into the experience, like go into that thing. What if you are using these applications only and trying to be a Web3 developer, right? That is kind of so I'm not saying you should use all these things, but you should experience it at least. So just for you should use Brave. Go create a wallet over there. You'll receive the bad tokens, and whenever you will use the YouTube, the ads which are running in your normal browser, you will not see that ad, and you will get the revenue of that ad in the form of bad tokens. And there is a setting in browser. You half of the bad tokens of you. Ankit, can you mute yourself? Yeah, so there are these bad tokens are like half of it is contributed to the creator also. So kind of a win-win thing, and you also get a good experience. And IPFS is a like database. We'll go to IPFS later. So Web3 involves crypto, blockchain, and peer-to-peer connections. No central authority between users. Okay. In normal Web 2 world, there is a middle organization which comes between you and your customer, you and your user. So in Web 3, it's peer to peer. You can directly connect with whom you want to connect through the network only. So there is no tampering of your data. Uh, so these are the main principles of peer to peer thing. Okay, existence means user must have their independent existence. So each individual in network is independent. They have their unique address. So is every one of you have MetaMask wallet? Who don't have it? Everyone have it? MetaMask wallet?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes.
Cool, cool. And have you guys have credited some Ether or Matic through Faucet?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, in the testnet.
Okay, nice. So I think I should not have created this. Uh, I should have just started with smart contract thing. But yeah, as Weston told me to cover the theory also, I started doing this thing. Okay. So DeFi, decentralized finance. So how which protocol you know this DeFi protocol? Any of you know which protocol and anything you have used actually DeFi protocol? Any of you? No. So
So what's the protocol?
DeFi is decentralized finance, and it has these protocols: Uniswap, PancakeSwap, SushiSwap. Okay, these are the decentralized finance protocols. So these are the main things. Okay, so whenever you will go to interview, the first thing or the thing which they are interested is like, have you gone through Uniswap's code? That is the question. Okay, that's the question they ask. So have you ever cloned the Uniswap code and tried to build something out of it? And you said if you did and you actually showed what you did and you understand how that DeFi protocol works, that that could be the point you are selected. Okay, so this is the main uh, thing. So everyone knows how to write Solidity code. Everyone knows the React Node thing, but does everyone understand how this protocol work? No. So that is the filtering process. Yeah, we'll go deep into this and we'll understand. We'll go through Uniswap code also. So if you don't know what it is, I'll show you. Okay, Uniswap. Uniswap. Uniswap protocol. Okay. So they have three versions: V1, V2, V3. Currently, V3 is there. Okay, this is the most famous protocol you can say, and most of the protocols are derived from this Uniswap only. Okay, so if we launch the app, you'll see there is a swap thing. There is a pair of token where we can swap. These are the tokens. These are the NFTs. These are the pools. So V3 pool. We'll go through it. We'll go through what is liquidity provider. So these terms are little confusing, right? So pool means like when we like whenever you need to swap. Okay. So are you aware of these things? Like I skipped that theory part because you are already gone through it. So I thought let's go with some practical knowledge thing.
Yeah, Mohit, I think in Binance and other stock exchanges, I think these functionalities we can see there, right?
No, but it's very different. Okay, it's very different. This is a decentralized. Binance is centralized one. Here you are interacting with your own MetaMask wallet, decentralized wallet, self custodial wallet, and there they have their own keys. Like you guys understand the difference between centralized exchange and decentralized, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Binance is a centralized exchange. Okay,
I have to figure out like, which one is the centralized and decentralized.
see, so whenever you are just interacting in simple terms, yeah, I'll repeat someone. No issues. So we currently we are understanding the difference between centralized exchange and decentralized exchange. So in decentralized exchange, you actually connect with the chain. Okay, so Ethereum, um, you're actually interacting with you're doing the transaction with your address. So if I need to swap this in the swap, how I'm getting the if I have this much matic, okay, and I want to replace it, I want to swap it with the, it will not let me do. Yes. So I will give this much matic in return of this much die. So there is a liquidity pool out there, pool which has this pair of token matic and die, and that pool has according to the proportion of token they have, the price of these two tokens are decided. Okay, this is not that easy. We'll go through it. Don't worry. Okay, I'm just giving you the heads up. Like this is how things are. So the question was decentralized and centralized. Centralized, you will always connect with your main wallet, MetaMask wallet. Okay, in decentralized applications, and in Binance, you need to do KYC. You need to add your personal information, face recognition, everything. If any of you have the Binance account, right?
Yeah. Mm.
And they actually hold our fund. In decentralized, we hold our fund. So there is a term called custodial wallet and self custodial wallet and non custodial wallet. So self custodial wallet means we own our keys. So when you hold money, when you own your keys. So this address, I own the keys of this address. Okay, I have the keys of this address. I am the one who will do anything, and I will be the responsible person. Okay, but when you go to the Binance or any other FTX, let's take example of FTX. Okay, recent crash.
Yeah.
So they are also centralized exchange. They are one of the biggest centralized exchange, ranked number two. Used to be. Now they are not, no one. Okay. So currently Binance is the one who is the biggest one. Even there are rumors going on. Binance also have some frauds going on inside the table, and we'll see. Okay. So what they can do is whenever we interact with the centralized exchange, we give our fund to them. So they are the ones who actually can do anything with our fund. So normally also when you will go to the bank, I'll let you know. Okay, Arun. So whenever we go to the bank also, when you deposit the money, you don't know bank what bank do with that money, right? They must have gave it to someone. Okay, they don't have. They just have the number. So what happened in recent FTX crash also, like people like deposited their assets, okay, and FTX moved that asset to one of their child company called Almeida Research something. So they used that money and they just showed that they have the money because they thought no one will withdraw that much tokens, right? Like if, still we have money in our banks, but we don't withdraw, right? We just keep depositing it. So and as soon as people got to know that that is happening, people just sold all the money, and that's how FTX bankrupted. Okay, so you got the example, right? You can't bankrupt Uniswap, you can't, because they don't hold anything of ours. Banners can be bankrupted. FTX can bankrupt. Okay, could bankrupt. So liquidity pool is something. It is like an collection of fund, right? Like there is something. If there are liquidity providers and liquidity pool. So as a liquidity provider, if I have funds, and I have Matic, I have DAI. Okay. So what I'll do is in this pair I will create a pool, and people called liquidity providers will also come with me and will create a pool. So whenever someone want to swap a token, someone wants to be like if I want DAI in replace of Matic, okay, in order book structure, if I want to swap with someone, I'll need to wait for someone to I'll list my order, I'll wait for someone to come and check my order and then send me money, and then I'll send him die. Okay, so you understand, right? And we don't want this lengthy process, so that's why there are liquidity pools already available. Liquidity pools are like banks only, so they already have a lot of assets in them. So whenever you need to swap or whenever you need to trade, it's easy, you can just give and take.
No, no, I got confused much now.
Okay,
Can you simplify it in simple?
sure. So let's take an example, USDT and Ether. So we have one liquidity pool of USDT and Ether. Okay.
Okay.
So according to whenever you need, if you're a user and you need to swap something, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of order book structure? Order book structure.
Well,
So
actually, no.
yeah, okay. So whenever you need to sell something, you need to list it, right?
Okay, what list?
Okay, so this is the order book structure. Okay, so if I need to sell one ether, I will say sell one ether with some price. According to me, I will, and a person like me, 100% like me also will come and list their order to sell the ethers. Okay,
Okay.
and buyer will come if they want to buy that ether in that
Okay.
particular prices. So there will be an order matching scenario where if seller and buyer is will come to the middle ground and do the trade.
Okay.
Yeah, so that thing is quite lengthy. Okay, we can't just trust on this thing. If you want to see, I can show you on Binance. Okay, Binance
Trust. Sorry, trust on the platform. Let's say I'm the seller. I listed my this thing on the some platform.
Okay.
So buyer will do that, and what's the process?
Yeah, this is the simple example of order book. Okay, so here are these people. Okay, what these guys are doing is they are selling their we can buy their USDT.
Okay.
Okay, on which price? 83. This guy want to sell it 83. This guy want to sell it in 88.
Right.
Okay, and if I want to buy, I'll just buy it.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, so if you want to understand order book, okay, let's order book. This is the order book. Okay, this is the order book. Even if you go to this dYdX, these are the protocols. Okay, this was not the point of discussion today, but yeah, this is interesting, so that's why we can discuss. Yeah, so you can see this. See, like this is the order book structure, where like seller comes, they list the price.
Can you hear me a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah.
So seller comes, they list the price. Uh, if you could already told me like you want to learn these kind of things, I could have created a better presentation and we could have discussed it properly. But yeah, so let me just go.
And in the next class, you can.
Yeah, let me just okay. Right. Hmm. Yeah, see, this is the order book. So see, continuous trades are happening here.
Right.
Continuous trades are happening. So there are ETH and USDT. These are two columns. Okay, so people are listing their prices, and according to the algorithm, The
Okay.
price order matching algorithm, there is something called order matching algorithm, which what it does is, if if here what is this is the one way, okay, listing the token is only there, but I can also there is a selling of this thing also, right, where you can sell the USDT in this much amount. So understand
Right.
it? There are two parties, like these guys want to sell the USDT, these guys want to buy the USDT.
Got it.
So there is an algorithm which what it does is it will match the order between them. So you don't need to click on it. So if I want to actually sell my 83 in 83, 1 USDT in 83, there will be an automatic order matching algorithm who will just do the trade directly. But if there is no trade, if there is no listing like that in anywhere, if no one want to sell, how can you actually will swap your USDT? You can't, right? If there is no listing, there is, if these listings are not there, or everyone want to sell in 88 and there is no 83 one, but you want to buy in 83, right? That time your trade will not happen.
Okay.
Understanding? If does any of you guys getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mohit, I think
Yes.
there will be a good example of blood bank.
Blood
Like,
bank. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Please. Yeah.
like in the blood bank, we have like all kinds of blood samples already there, so that we can use it in emergency. But also, uh, when it's not an emergency, we can swap with different blood type.
True.
So,
Yeah.
like,
That works as a liquidity pool. So blood bank works as a liquidity pool. This is a hassle, okay? Arun, this is a hassle. Web3 guys created a new solution called liquidity pool, where you actually,
No, no. So I'm understanding like we can swap these two any other um, any other coin like currency.
sorry.
I am still confused on that. What
Okay,
actually deployed on?
point of discussion as of now, okay? You just asked it, that's why I'm explaining it. I don't want to jump to this advanced topic as of now. This is the DeFi thing, okay? Uh,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, that is totally fine. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, we'll go through it. We'll understand the algorithm. We'll go through the Uniswap code. Okay, I'll show you that also. What?
Okay.
Okay. So this is the V2 V3 code. We'll go through these things. Okay, most of the DeFi protocols are built on top of this V2 core Uniswap version. So this is the code for this. Okay, this protocol, and all code are open only. And when you will go to the other protocols, you will see that they are using the same structure. Even their code have Uniswap name in it. Okay, so this is must, and this we will go to it. Maybe after writing some advanced smart contract, we will go to this part. Okay,
Okay.
it's okay if you're not getting this, getting everything as of now. That is fine. We're quite like talking about quite advanced thing right now. So don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah. I just want to give you a view of like what we will do in future. Okay. So what kind of things? So I'm already throwing uh, some names so that you will be aware of it, and out of curiosity you will try to learn. Okay. So
Mm.
that's what. Yeah, we'll continue. If there will be some normal topics, we will just skip it. Okay. So this is everyone knows. So dApps also, it's like a normal application, but with the decentralized thing, the blockchain network involved in, like we deploy our application not to the AWS server, not to the Heroku, to the Ethereum network, to the Polygon network, to Solana, or so that's what we call a dApp. Smart contracts is like an set of rules that we write, or set of functions to, or set of API also we can say, to perform certain activity. And for that we use gas, and gas is in gas is in the form of wave, and 1 ether is equal to a 10 to the power 18 wave. So yeah, we'll go through that also, solidity predictor, gas, Ethereum gas predictor, those things also. Okay. Uh, this we don't need to go to. And I one suggestion I want to give: always go through this Ethereum development documentation. Those are fabulous. Okay, if you'll go through it, nothing is better than that. So you must. I think this one is interesting one. Okay. So you write smart contracts, right? So we will about to start our smart contract. We might create one little calculator. Okay. So if you already know, I'll even don't write the code. We'll just try to deploy it. Okay. So how does a DApp work actually? So what happens actually when at DApp? What is different in DApp and an app? So whenever you do a transaction on a blockchain, okay, so you broadcast a transaction. So if you want to send an ether to someone, so there will be these number of computer working for you, and they will try to come to some same state, okay, and that is what the power of blockchain, because there will be, and currently in ETH 2.0 there are validators. Okay, so that's what makes these validated the number of validators are great, then decentralization is good, and the security is good. That is how things works. So whenever you broadcast a transaction, there will be these computers working to uh, like come to the same state by running the computation with their computation power. They try to work on that thing and come to the nonce, and try to do that transaction. Okay, and whenever they will do the transaction, that will be listed on Etherscan, right? So this is the Etherscan screenshot. You guys already gone through Etherscan and everything?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. So, and the currency we used for it is Ether in Ethereum chain. So Ether is kind of a native currency for Ethereum network. Okay, and we also pay gas in the form of ETH only. So, and that works as an incentive for validators. So I think for running a validator on ETH 2.0, currently we get around, I think we need 16 ether or something. Okay, or no, 32 ether. 32 ethers we need to stake it. So uh, proof of stake, right? So if you want to run a validator to do a transaction and earn incentive with by actually computing the transactions, you can run the node and earn the profit, but you should have 32 ethers to stake. So yeah, and most of the validators, yeah, Gaurav.
Yeah, Mohit, what about the, like, if I staked and got the incentive, so
Mhm.
what about the amount that I staked? Will I get it back totally?
Yeah, that will be there only. Okay, you are just staking it. It's not like you are. Mm, that will be there only. As a validator, you will stake that amount. Staking does not mean you are donating it. Okay, so
Yeah,
but
means instantly I will get it back, or there is some process like I will get
no, no,
get
no,
it back.
not yet. It will be there in the network only. Okay, you have 32 ETH. That's why you are a validator, and that then only you can run a node. That is kind of a prerequisite, and you will need to just spend only that 32 ethers to be a validator. And I have done this in ETH 1, okay, not 2.0. Me and my friends I used to mine also. So we used to mine BTC and ETH. So that time we had like hard this graphic cards, and we have our machine, so two boxes, so kind of 8 to 10 graphics cards, and we used to earn quite a good incentive out of it. Okay, but as soon as this ETH 2.0 came, that is stopped. We can mine BTC, but I stopped it because we need electricity also. And with ETH 2.0, you don't need electricity that much because those are virtual nodes. You don't need to connect a lot of graphics card and everything. So yeah, any of you guys have tried mining?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. No one does. So yeah, I think that is covered. So should we start doing the uh, writing some tap and understand the remix? Okay, I asked you yesterday. Okay, guys, how much you know? You said beginner and everything. You said right. So I also asked Justin. So he also said me that yeah, you can start from start.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, one.
I have a quick question. So,
Please.
whatever I have understood that the transaction is mined and it will be stored in the blocks, and blocks will be connected through chains, right?
Yes.
So, for mainnet, it's fine that there is a validator, and for mining, they are getting some incentive. But for the test network, are there any validator?
Yeah, yeah. There are these validators running, obviously.
So, they will get incentive as a fake ether.
Yeah, it's everything is fake. Okay.
Yes. So, why they are mining?
You have you gone through these faucets which actually mine? So people actually use their own machine. You can also use your own machine to mine. Okay. These fake it. They are community people. Okay.
Okay.
So if you go to faucet, you currently you'll find hard to get the ether.
Yes, only 0.1 for one day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite hard, and that will also not work. Your transaction will fail. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is there are not much ether left now in test faucets, but there are good guys out there for the community. They are mining it. Okay, I know one website. So what I did is there I used my own computation power to mine ETH. So whatever the matic I have right now, that is also not, I think, not much left. Okay, so this is what I got from, see, these all account has, I distributed it. Okay, so 0.3, 0.1, 0.5, 0.2, 0.2. This all matic is from that faucet where I use my own computer to mine it. Okay,
Okay.
so you could,
Yeah, right now Sepolia test network it is like mining and getting the test feed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So these are good guys who are doing for us. Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
So let's go with this Ethereum contract. Okay, I'll create one more contract. Does like every one of you can write contract and deploy? Please ask, like raise your hand or like say that you don't know, or every one of you knows how to deploy contract with Remix. Yes.
Simple one. Yes.
Yes.
Go do
Very
something.
basic.
Yeah. And any of you who don't know, you can also ask. Do every one of you know each other? Most of you?
I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, please, if like you don't know anything, any one of you don't know anything, please ask. Okay. So I'll go through it. Okay, don't worry. then. So this is a normal remix IDE. So generally we use VS Code, okay, but for Web3 guys, we got this integrated library where we have everything. Like we have file structure here, we can write the code and just deploy, compile, everything we can do here. And main thing is you can actually test. Here are plugins, okay. Here, if you go to this plugin thing, you will see there are a lot of plugins which make your development so easy that like you should just go to website and just top 10 useful plugins or something. If you check, you will find like amazing plugins here. Like see the DeFi tutorial plugin is there. So just go through it, just explore, because we spend most of the time in this remix. Or even I, whenever I mostly code in hard hat, okay, so I have like GitHub repos where like I own, like if you will go to, if you'll get placed in some company, you will use mostly hard hat or truffle, most probably hard hat. And you will not code in remix, okay, but it's something, some feature you need to build. Most of the people, they do is they'll come to remix, they'll try their small logic here, and if they get satisfied, then they will shift to the hard hat. Because what you need to do in hard hat is you need to write test also. So you can't test your contract in uh, hard hat directly, right? You can't just run like remix and you can see the these things, okay, like the way remix shows us. So you need to actually write test with chai and mocha. You I think you must have experience in writing test if you are a backend developer or front end developer. So in as a smart contract developer, uh, writing test cases is kind of a important job, because audit wise it is very important. As a smart contract developer, you must be very aware of these things. So if something is breaking or not, so covering all the cases, coverage should be proper. So everything should be safe, because your contract is like contract is will be transferring billions of assets from here to there. And any of bug, if there is any bug, you will face the, like you will be the responsible person, or company will be the responsible person, okay. And before that, there is audit of smart contract is there. So if you are aware, there are some people called auditor, smart contract auditor. So they actually audits the smart contract, they test it, they find small detail, and then they certified our smart contract as like audited smart contract, and then only it is get deployed to production, okay. That is a different role, by the way, and they also get good salary. So we'll write small calculator. I think every one of you know how to write calculator now in Solidity, right? And you can just type on chat.
Yes, we know.
Yeah. So should I write it or should I just paste the code then? What you say? If you guys are already know.
Yeah, just paste it. If you have any doubt, we'll ask you.
Yeah, please. Okay, ask me. By the way, you know these things. It is hard to do division in Solidity. Are you aware of this thing?
Overflow concept,
Yeah.
I know, but everybody, I don't know.
So yes. So for whenever you will become blockchain developer, you will face this issue. Okay, this is whatever issues I'm talking from yesterday are like, please do listen to those things, because this is my experience and this is most of the people's experience. People experience like these kind of problems we face. Okay, so division is always a problem, because if you see, there is no decimal thing in Solidity. Okay, you can't deal with decimals. You can't deal with, there is only this thing, event, positive integers, right? Your division should not go to minus, or like your like it should be in event only. Okay, and there are other things like big number, and there is this conversion also, like whenever you, most of the time, whenever this calculation happens, sometimes it is in way, so ethers, if you need to calculate eth, it will be in form of 10 to the power 18 1. Okay, 18. So you need to take care of these things, and we will go to this division. I'll just cover this thing in like later lectures. Okay, so this is a normal calculator, and you'll see that it is giving us a warning, and it is because of the license which we are not using. Okay, so there is a this license we need to use. It is giving the warning.
So one confusion I have here.
Yes.
This is a kind of counted thing, right? So why it is like why it reads this as a required thing?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah. So I'm saying like this is something which is like commented code, right? So why it is
Yes.
like required here?
This is license, right? You have you heard of MIT license? So if you go to any GitHub repository, there will be license, right? Like code of conduct. So
Right.
I have not used it, obviously, but if you go to any repo, okay, they will have license. Let's check the Uniswap repo to core. Okay, they have license. Some of the license. Where is it, the license, man? Where is the license? This is the license. Okay. So this is a GNU license. Okay, so there are different license where there we have different permissions. So some, if some license are you should actually look about this thing. Okay, this is some license
No,
we
I
can the code. So in some license we can, yeah, please ask.
actually I'm asking like why it is written in the commented like since the Solidity version is like written.
This is not the code. This is just like we're telling this, like SPDX license identifier is unlicensed. Okay, there must be something, some reason of this thing. Okay, this is the kind of organization or something, but we don't uncomment it and write it. Okay, this is not the way. This is the
No,
way.
that's why like I'm confused here. This is a commented code, then why it's reading there? Like, it's a required thing. I mean, ideally it should.
Yeah, that's the thing we follow. Okay, that's kind of uh, structure we follow. Okay, so before writing the code, in the start of the this remix, we need to add this so that we don't get the warning. And if we do not write it, we might see the explanation and we'll see. So SPDX license identifier is not provided in the source file before publishing and considering the comment. And then they only give us what we should write. Okay, so use this thing, non-open source code. And please say this thing for more information. So we can check this thing if you want to, but not worth it, right? Why should we?
Right. Okay.
So this is the Pragma Solidity version. Your version should match the compiler and everything. You must have gone through it. Contract calculator, and we are just declaring a variable called C, and we wrote a function called add. Okay, and we gave two arguments, A and B, and this is a public function, so we can just see, we can just anyone can just come and uh, call it, and what it is returning is uint. So other thing don't have this return function, but just for differentiality I added it. So if you need to return something, you need to add this returns and event. And if you don't need to return anything, you don't need to write that thing. Okay. So we will go deep into functions, we'll go deep into data types, mapping. Okay, don't worry about those things. We will cover those things. So uh, no one have doubt in this, right? So simple addition, A and B and C. So how, and there is one more function for getting the result. So we are returning the C every time. And this is a view function. Uh, Thing to be noted is view function don't cost gas. Okay. And obviously these people ask for gas because they are doing something. Okay, and there is one more keyword called payable. We later need to go it. Payable where we actually when we need to send a ether, we need to transact ether from one address to another address. Then we use payable. Okay, so let's compile it. It is already compiled because uh, it's advanced. Okay, so still we'll compiling it and let's deploy. So we will use this remix virtual machine learning testnet. So this is quite fast, so that's why we are using it. We'll deploy it, and we our contract is deployed, and we can add, divide, multiply, subtract. So let's take an example: 2 + 2, and get the result 3. And as I used return C here, right? So you can actually go inside this transaction and check the decoded output as 3, right? You should actually know how to read these things, right? So this is a transaction hash from this address to this, how much gas is consumed, and there will be after completing most of the smart contract part, we will also go into how we can optimize our contract to use like less gas. That is also a good skill to have as an senior contract smart contract developer. You need to take care of those things, that how you can optimize the gas. Okay, so yeah, we can try others also. So and try you, and this must be get result too. So if you see, this is like a view function call, and this is, so whatever will be in this orangish thing is like will actually cost us gas, and this is a view function, it will not cost us any gas. Okay, multiply, so and subtract. See that. Okay, so what we'll do now is we can, and no one have any issue in this, right? Oh, one more thing we'll cover, right? Division thing. So what I'll tell you the problem. Okay, for solution we will take like whole 1 hour for division thing and percent thing. Okay, so then you will try to divide 10 divide by 3. What do you think? What will be the expected output? Anyone?
I think some error.
No, it's 3. Someone is right. So 3 because it is just neglecting of, he is just checking like what will be the integer value. So 3, and after that whatever the remainder will be there, it will be not considered. Okay, so whatever number you take, okay, 1000.
It will only take the integer part.
Yes, 15. See, this is not divided by, if you divide, you'll get points and decimals, so it will not consider any decimal. So it's event. Okay, positive integer event. Got
Got
it?
it.
Yeah. And even if we'll try to do this thing, we probably will get 0. Yeah, right. According to this thing, we should have got 0 point something something, right? But we're not getting that. We'll try to do this 0. We'll try to do this, must be 0. We'll try to do this, it must be 1 or something, or 0. Sorry, because obviously. Sorry. This, I said 12 divided by 11, right? This must be 1. And 12 is 0. Sorry, 1. And if we'll go beyond that, will be 0. Yes. Anyone have any doubt in this? Like, this is doubt only, but still, any comments? No. Cool. So, nice. What we'll do is, we'll try to deploy this now on Polygon chain. Okay. So, any of you guys gone to Polyscan or Polygon chain? Anyone of you deployed to Polygon network? No, no one deployed. Okay, we'll try to deploy it on Polygon network. So, as you already have deployed it on Ethereum one, so let's try the Polygon one. Okay. So what I did is I used injected MetaMask here. Okay. So what actually happened now is our remix is connected to our wallet now. So it is connected to my wallet. So I can now, I don't need to, whenever I'll do something, I need to first deploy that contract with my address. So please note my address. This is my address. Okay, 0x4. Okay, and we'll go to Polyscan now. Not a mainnet, obviously. Mumbai. We'll go to Mumbai. Mumbai Polyscan. Okay, and I will add my address. Okay, so this is the amount I have in my address or in my wallet also. See it. Okay, and these are the transaction I did, I think 56 day before with this address. Okay, and you guys are aware, right? Like one wallet can have multiple addresses. So I have number of addresses. This is a wallet which holds number of addresses. Okay, so this account has different address. This is a different account, so I can go and actually check this address also. So this is this matic. These are two addresses, different addresses. Have you ever tried to send ether to each other in your? Yeah, you guys can also keep your mic or and like off also. And okay, you have not.
Yeah, I have seen ST.
So you guys are aware, right? If I send some ETH from one address to another address, we'll get the entry. Okay, so we'll for just fun, we'll try to do it now. So I'll copy this address. I'll go to this address. So I'll send some ETH, some matic to from this address to my second address. Okay, so I'll try to send 0.05 matic. Next, and I'm confirming the transaction, and it is happening. And we can see this transaction. Okay, copy transaction ID. So I copied the transaction ID. Okay, and as I'll go here, I'll search for it. I can see the transaction happening. Okay, successfully happened 13 seconds ago. 0.5 matic. You should know how to read this if you don't know. Okay, and this is the transaction fee that costed for doing this transaction. And if I check the entry now, see now there is no entry. I'll refresh. 32 seconds ago, one transfer event happened. This is the event, transfer event. And what happened actually, from 0x4 to 0x9.5 ETH is transferred, and here it's out because transfer happened from, like, fund got deducted from this, and here it's must be credited. See, so yeah, try to do these small things and try to read the transaction. It's very important that you should go and check the transaction and see the details and understand this is a transaction. As because as a blockchain developer, when you work, you need to query the data from the blockchain. So according to transaction hash, according to the address, according to the transfer events, according to the block number also. So this is the current block running. Okay, this is the current block, like latest block we can say. And like if I'll show you the blocks, see, these are the blocks. So after here you'll see after 3322 seconds there is new block creation is happening. Okay, block creation. See, so this one of each block have around 10 transactions in it. Okay, so we'll go through this deep stuff. This is very important. This is kind of actual work, not just like normal thing. So even though we are deploying this small calculator, okay, even though we are deploying this small calculator, we are trying everything we can to understand the space with the simple example so that we can understand this. So normal sending of ether you saw, right? Now what we'll do is we'll actually deploy our contract to the Polygon testnet. So our MetaMask is ready, injected provider MetaMask. It already fetched the address. If you'll see 0x4. This is my first address. So it has this much ETH because 0.5 we just transferred now. So we will deploy it now. Okay, as soon as we clicked on deployed, see, transaction is pending. Our MetaMask got triggered, and we confirm the transaction, and we can check that. You can see the creation of calculator pending here. Here it's pending. Okay, we can even nice. So we can interact with our main our deployed smart contract with from here only now, and we can see those things happening over there. Okay, so if I'll check the log here, transaction, this is the transaction as. So with the transaction as, you anytime you can just search it and you can get the transaction. Okay, so what I just copied the transaction ID, transaction hash, sorry, and I can check this is the block number where this transaction is recorded. This is who actually did the deployed the contract. This is the contract creation. This is the contract which got created when I deployed, actually when I clicked on deploy button and confirm the transaction. This is the transaction fees. And this is the gas price. Okay. And what else we can see here?
Hi, Mohit.
Yes.
So you have deployed the smart contract to Polygon, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, not Ethereum, only Polygon.
We can do on that also. Not an issue. But as you already have know how to deploy it on Ethereum, another way, but we can deploy it on that also. After that, we'll deploy on Ethereum also.
So using a single programming language, Solidity, we can use
Yes.
we can deploy contract to Polygon also.
Exactly. So there is a term called EVM based chain. So the whatever chains comes under EVM based chain, we can deploy contract by writing the same Solidity code to the different network. So this is the thing we are learning. Okay, even though we are writing the small calculator contract, we are covering all the aspects. So how to read a transaction, how to search, how to query, how to deploy, and EVM based chain. So I can even deploy this contract to Algorand, even deploy this to Avalanche. Okay, any chain.
Great.
Yeah.
So Mohit, is
So
it
that is nice,
same
right?
for ERC20 standard? Or
Your voice
ERC?
is little lagging. Yeah. Can you repeat?
I'm asking,
No, I did
is
not
it
get you.
same ERC20 standard? Like, so whichever
This
comes
one?
under ERC20 standard. Yeah. No, the blockchain
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
layer.
Yeah. Yes, you can say that. Yes, exactly. So yeah, you are right.
And one more thing, like we on here, we have to track any change that has happened in history, like earlier, but we want to track that change. So how to get to that transaction?
Uh, did anyone understood what he said? Like,
No.
Gaurav, can you just your voice is little not good. Okay, so hard to listen.
Hello, hello. Is it
No. Yeah, yeah.
You type the question,
okay?
not problem. Gaurav.
Yeah, you can type the question also. Huh? Not a problem, Gaurav. So meanwhile, we can.
Mohit, what will the process of to deploying the different other networks like Avalanche, just you said?
Yeah, yeah, we can deploy it. Let me just check if I have funds. Okay, we can deploy it. No
No,
worries.
just here we have to change the some platform things. I mean,
So this is the Avalanche mainnet. We don't need a mainnet Pro. But yeah, we'll need to find Arbitrum also. We can deploy. Okay, Arbitrum, Avalanche. Yeah, but we don't need to do anything, dude. Okay, here as we use injected MetaMask provider, it will automatically taking this. See, this is a chain ID custom 43114 network. If you can't
okay.
see it, yeah, this is the chain ID. So if I'll shift to Polygon, no, Polygon chain ID is 80001. See, I'll show you. Testnet 80001. Okay.
Yeah.
Ethereum mainnet 1. Okay. Even if we use the Polygon mainnet, that is 137. So it is automatically integrated with MetaMask wallet, no? So you don't need to worry. You just change the network. You should have the funds. So now I can't deploy on mainnet, right? I don't have any funds. So let's try to deploy it. We'll see. We don't have funds, so it will not let me. Okay. See, you don't have enough matic to an account, so I can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, so rejected. So yeah, we need to perform some actions, right? On that, we'll just complete that first. Yeah, yeah. Ask. You can continue asking questions. So contract deployment is done. Even you can go from here also. Okay. So see, we did a contract deployment. You can just copy transaction IDs, and even we get the details here: active logs, transaction app, and transaction data. It's not available right now.
And this history we can see on their official site also. I mean, Avalanche and the other one.
Yes, yes, yes. Every network have their own indexer and their own this thing. We in technical term we call it indexer, but yeah, Etherscan, Polyscan. So RBScan is there. I'll show you RBScan. I have worked with RBTrum also. So RBScan. Okay, RBScan. This is the RBScan. They look similar most of the time. Okay, and Avalanche also must have some Avalanche.
We can search smart contract according to the transaction ID and all, but can we search like code with similar code searching techniques like that?
Similar code, you mean?
Like if I want a staking contract, I just want to go through every staking contract like that. So can I find similar contract like that?
Yeah, so not actually searching the code, dude, okay. But you can do one thing is what you can do is like go to the GitHub repos. Let me just charge. Mac has less battery. Okay. So you can just go to staking protocols, right? Any of the staking protocols. You can just take their address, public address, whatever contract address they're using, and you can just check, search here, and you'll get the code of it, right? That you can do. You can't search the code, obviously. Even the way they are at least showing the code is also a big thing. Okay, we want to search the code. So this is the contract that we deployed. If I'll go into the contract, see 0xa. This is the contract address of deployed contract. Here you can see the creator and add the transaction. This is the transaction hash. Okay, and here number of things will be there. This is the contract. Here you can see the code. This is in bytecode, but you can actually decompile it with the bytecode, and you can see the code. But for that you need to verify the contract. We'll go through that process. Okay, we have actually done these things before. In like, if you join an organization, you will do these things. So what we do is verify and publish the contract. So as we deployed the contract already, for the verifying and publishing the contract, you need to enter the address, compiler type, okay, then select the open source license. See, these are the licenses. Someone asked this, right? So entering the licenses. After continuing, they also ask some questions, and if the contract is proper, it will be verified. And just like some famous tokens, I'll show you. You can see these are the famous NFT tokens. So maybe we will search for cake. Okay,
That is in testnet, right? So testnet also verification possible.
yeah, testnet also. I never verified it on testnet, but yeah, testnet also had the verification thing. Okay. So this is the verified contract. See, in the testnet only. So you can see this thing, the contract. So here what we'll see is what code we return. No, the code we return here, we will able to show that code then in the contract one. I will like request you all to do this activity. Try to deploy some contract, simple contract, maybe to the Arbitrum. Okay, so just what you need to do is, this is kind of an assignment. So what you'll do is, you will create this wallet. Yeah, if you already have, that's good. Go to the Arbitrum scan, Arbitrum, and go to the Arbitrum network rollup testnet. This is the testnet they have. Find the faucet. It will be hard. Okay, find the faucet, and if you can't find the faucet, there is one more way. You can use bridges to move fund from Ethereum mainnet or Polygon mainnet, testnets, to the Arbitrum. Okay, that is called bridges. So you can do that also. How to track change that happened in history? Oh, that you can do here only, dude. This is what you're tracking changes only, no? See, I did these kind of mini transaction. I did 9 minutes ago I did transfer, 6 minutes ago I did transfer, 56 days ago, whatever I'll do. Even I'll show you this account. My private key is exposed. Okay. So this is my account got compromised. So attacker hacked my account and took around $200. Okay, I'll show you. See, this is the attack on me. So they took the fund. Two attacks. $100 two times. So yeah. Did they change the UI? Nice.
After that, what you did to prevent that?
I can't do anything, dude. This way fine. This is,
How do they steal that from?
see, always keep your private keys safe. If you're using it for, I must have exposed my private key somewhere while in coding. While I must have pasted that key in my VS Code, and maybe push that code on GitHub. And somehow bots are always running through the GitHub repositories and everyone through the internet. So someone must have. So these all things are bots are doing okay. So this is like a similar kind of pattern they did. They first transferred me some Ethereum. See, they have transferred me 0.002 ETH.
Like
Yes.
re-entrancy.
Hmm?
Re-entrancy attack.
No, that's not a reentrancy attack. I'll explain what reentrancy attack is.
It was
Okay.
just to confirm that this account is getting the ether, right?
Yeah, like I'll explain this hack also. Okay, this is also one of the learning. But yeah, I this my Ethereum mainnet did not have any of the ETH. Okay, so for what they did is, as I got the USDT, 100 USDT in my account, what they did is they transferred me some ETH for gas fee, so that they can transfer the ETH from my account to their account. I will explain these all scenario in our wallet and key lecture. Okay, this will be good because yeah, this is kind of a could be the one of the good example to learn. So $200 worth example. Nice. Yeah. See, this is the bot. This is still running and this is still stealing the fund out of people's. Let's leave him. Yeah. So, where were we? So let's try to find this up. Okay. Um, we'll try to do something here. 1 + 3 and so pending. I'll get the transaction here. I'll confirm it. Okay, it will happen. It's still pending. Okay, it's done. So I'll check then, and I can check here also. So I did one transaction called add. This is the add function, right? We used add. So I can go inside this and check this. Even we can see the logs, and we can see this data also if we can. Okay. This is kind of data that the logs that saves. Okay, we don't need to go this deep currently, but I want to show you guys, so that's why. So this is the add function. Okay, and this is the main contract where which is the contract. Let me just check. This is the contract. Okay, here you'll see add function is there, so addition is happened. Then again, if we need to do some subtraction, we again need to sign transaction. Every time we are signing transaction, we are this network is costing us gas. Okay, this is the fee. This is the fee. Confirm and we'll wait. At least Polygon is faster than Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum takes the 3x 4x time than what Polygon takes. Transaction speed, I'm saying. Okay, so we must see the subtraction here. Subtraction happened 25 minutes ago or seconds ago. So is everyone clear with this thing? Correctly? We might not see view function. Okay, see 10 is the answer, the latest one we got, but we will not see any entry because reading data don't cost anything, and reading is we are just reading it. Okay, we are not changing the state. Unless you change the state, you get the entry here. So yeah, any questions, guys?
Mohit, hello.
Yeah.
So if we use the Polygon chain, so there will be no ether involved, right? Only Matic will be there for all transaction.
Yes.
Okay.
And we
So
are
for,
only
so for payable also we need to send the Matic.
right. Exactly.
Okay.
Native currency related to that network.
Mhm.
We will use that. And I want you guys to gather questions on this because generally what happens is someone will come and like deploy on Ethereum and it will be uh,
Yes, very straightforward.
yeah, straightforward, right? So we did something different, and you must get some questions because of this activity. So here search, and I told you one assignment, right? Please try to do it, not compulsory, okay? If you want to do it, do it. Like uh, like Arbitrum, same thing on Arbitrum. Try whatever favorite contract you want to do. Try it on that, and if someone will do it, please put that on GitHub and share the link on today's tomorrow's lecture on Google Meet. Okay, or also you can share that GitHub link on Bootcamp WhatsApp one. Okay, it might be little tricky to get from faucet and everything, but it will be challenging, no? So you can use other things also, Avalanche, Arbitrum, any testnet.
Sorry
Not
to interrupt.
Ethereum.
It is really easy to get this Mumbai testnet faucet, but I've never used Arbit. We'll try.
Yeah, yeah, you should use. You should use.
Sorry to interrupt, Mohit. What's the assignment I missed?
Yeah. So you what I did right now, you just need to do same kind of thing. Like create a simple contract and just deploy it on Arbitrum or deploy it on Avalanche.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, you can just screenshot and everything you can tag out. You what you can do is create a GitHub repo, add a code, then in the IDE file, add the transaction, add the contract address, add the Arbiscan link where we can see the transactions. Okay.
Mhm.
So this thing, everyone understood, right? Assignment. And if something will be an issue, we will discuss that tomorrow only.
Yeah, directly send. Can you directly push from Remix? To GitHub.
Yeah, you can just use Remix, man. You don't need to use anything else. You can just use Remix.
I was thinking like I'll do that there and I'll create a file like another separate file and push from there.
No, you can directly deploy this contract also.
No, here so I can deploy, but here from here I can push or not in GitHub that.
Nice. So I did not get you. Can you?
I was asking like from here, like we can push to GitHub or not? Like we can link GitHub to this remix or not? That was my question.
Okay. So you want this contract?
Yeah. Well, let's say I written some contract here and I wanted to push in a GitHub repo.
Sure. This is a quite like very simple contract. If you will write something important, no, we can. And this contract, I'll just be sharing the link of it. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I'll only get the gist of it.
No, that is fine. Like my question was like, can we like integrate that to GitHub?
Sure, we can. And Remix gives us opportunity to also add these things, right? So obviously we can.
Okay.
One thing, Mohit. What's the test network of Arbitrum?
Yes. So you want to know the name?
Yes, I want to know the name.
Okay.
You mentioned, but I forget.
Yeah, it's here only. Okay. Arbitrum Nitro Rollup Testnet. You might not have this. See, it's a simple task, okay, but the struggle will be you'll need to add this network in your wallet. See, I have some ETH here, and what I did is I did this with see in it's $539. Okay,
Oh my God.
so I computed. I think this was what I was talking about. Like I only use my computation power to mint this much. Okay.
May we get the private key?
So no, you will. I can airdrop you. Not airdrop, but I can donate you. Okay. So if you guys will create that, and if you'll not get it, I can also give you. Okay, no issues. But
Yeah,
see,
I'll give you my Binance address.
not Binance address, dude. Uh, MetaMask address.
Okay.
This is not a real money. Okay, this is not real money. Nice. So I think yeah, we should wind up now. Okay.
Yeah, actually, it's
Yeah, and keep your questions for tomorrow. You must have some questions. Okay, so even also building that assignment, you might find some questions in your mind. So when you go this multi-chain and what we say, there is a word agnostic. Okay, so it's kind of a chain agnostic will play. So first of all, I need to ask you, you learned something new, right? Even though we're doing simple activity, you learned a lot, right?
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yes, yes.
That's what we want. So tomorrow we'll get a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. Bilkul. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, see you guys. Good night. And
Yes.
yeah, I'll be ready for questions tomorrow.
Bye. Bye. Good.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye. Bye.